Well, welcome to the Aftermarket Report with Vegas and Jim. How you doing today, Vegas?
Oh, doing great, thanks. How are you, Jim?
Oh, I'm just flabbergasted with how this week's turned out.
I
With,
know.
with all these good,
Hot is
yeah,
still hot.
Canada's really boosted the economy for us here.
It's actually boosted a lot of people's wallets.
Yep. So that first stock today, right out of the gate, was NBEV, and everybody was playing that today. Whoops, NBEV. We had a great run yesterday, and we had a continuation today that was even stronger. And then we had a little pullback. So I'm going to look at the 5-day chart here. 5-minute. We'll make it 15-minute. Market's still running. We're up after hours right now at 778. So it's holding up pretty good. We had a run, a day high of 827 after market. But it was an interesting day today. We noticed this right out of the gate, and then yesterday we started playing it real strong. And I think even Vegas might have been in it sooner than that, 3 days ago on Tuesday.
Yeah, with NBEV, I've been having this one here on a core position. Um, but I day traded today around the core at 718, so I did get in a bit late and pulled back big time. And what kept me in was really the volume and also the fact that the float had rotated twice on this from what I see the float size is. So that made me want to stay into the trade longer and didn't make me panic, as unfortunately sometimes we might get, depending on how the trade's going. So glad I held through based on the float rotation for me, and I really liked the buying. Just kept coming in though. There's a lot of buying all day here.
Yes. Well, I noticed today when I was looking at it, I wanted to do a little research, and I actually wanted to look at the company itself. So I pulled up the website, and I was ultimately surprised about how big this company actually is. They've got 20,000 outlets. They're in 46 states. They run in 10 countries. They have over 60 brands, and they have over 600 SKU numbers. So, they definitely got the distribution down packed. So I'm very motivated on it, and I hope Coca-Cola connects with them and we make some more money on this thing. But be cautious, play the pullbacks. Sometimes you might have a scary one in the day, but eventually I think it'll bounce back up if it happens. But we're in it after hours and going to watch it tomorrow. And I flipped it many times today, and I flipped it all day yesterday. So that's NBEV and Twitter. I want to bring up Twitter because that was in our last video. And it was at what I called a bottom, TWTR. And I'm going to pull up the 5-day chart here. You notice the other day it was on Monday, I think, when that pullback came, and I alerted this thing right down here at a low 28.73 for an entry point. Well, the next day, if you'd got in at that level, I mean, it definitely hit that trend line again and popped up and bounced all the way up to 29.54. Created a little channel, and then we busted above that channel today. So it's still a little iffy stock, but yet I think we've had a bottom here, and we can play a little channel play, and that's on Twitter. So keep that on watch, but it did go up. And Vegas, you got one you want to talk about?
Yeah, I really like IGC, that one there. India Globalization Capital. That one there, just, we were in this morning. I mean, I know a lot of people have this as a core position as well. because it is one of the cheaper marijuana plays. Some people have it from the 130s. Some people even have it lower than that. I think even under the dollar. And, people took profits not too long ago. And, this one here, I really liked it a lot. And I was noticing that, pre-market looks like it did tap the 210 and then it pulled back today. And I was noticing actually when I was looking at the tape during the day on the, time and sales tape, what I was noticing that was interesting to me actually was all the odd um, order numbers and the odd bids that were going through there. And that looked to me as if, there was some market maker bids in there and was having a hard time really breaking the 195 during market hours. And it finally did that just towards power hours. So that's been a really great stock today. I mean, the volume was just 18.94 million, so not as huge as other ones like NBEV, but certainly a nice position to swing overnight. And we'll see what happens tomorrow from a continuation perspective. After hours, as it stands right now
Double
on this
top.
stock, it has the double top, right?
Yeah.
So 223 as we speak was the bids as high as it went. So
Yep.
so far so good for the people that were swinging this from the chat room today.
Yeah, it broke out of the gate this morning real strong, and then it pulled back most of the day. So it was one we had to sit on and wait, but we could have flipped it many times, at least 2 or 3 times in a channel today. Between
Yeah, I
that,
mean that's what I like about what you do is you like to flip and flip
yeah,
throughout the day. It's not for everyone. It's not everyone's style. It also depends on your trading account. I mean, you have stock trade, but the Canadians don't have that. We don't have a platform yet to trade stocks for such a cheap price. But I know that Wealth Simple's coming up with one. But anyhow, yes, could have been flipped a few times, and even if they didn't flip it, the ones that held on are doing well, and
yep.
they're in the green.
And
So very good way to close IGC today. Strong close and strong after hours performance.
yeah, and we had 2 golden crosses today on that stock. We had one right here, then we had another one right here. So, and on both golden crosses, it bounced up. And also on the decline, it also bounced down on the 50 and the 200 SMA. So it carried up with that 50 all the way up to that double top. So let's hope we can get a breakout or play the pullbacks on this thing.
Yeah,
Support
definitely.
support will be around 208
Yeah,
at
definitely.
first.
And then the other thing too, we want to recap too. Did you was Twitter, right?
Yeah, we talked about Twitter a little bit.
Talked about Twitter already. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Sorry about that. How about NIO? NIO? Still holding that one
Yes.
on a long-term hold. So that one, did try to have a move today, but didn't really go where it was supposed to. Was anticipating a potential short squeeze, but it went as high as 947. So didn't really see that, but you know what? The volume's still there, and I still think there's a lot of shorts shorting the stock. So it's just going to be a matter of time on NIO, probably going back over 10 in the coming sessions, is what I am looking to see longer term in the next, couple trading sessions. So maybe not this week, but let's see what next week has to hold.
Yeah.
And one of my other ones that I'm really liking a
Let me
lot is I'm
let me
liking.
elaborate on that a little bit. On
Sorry?
Nile. Let me elaborate a little bit on Nile.
Sure.
I got a small position on Nile, so I'm bag holding it. I'm at 1061, but I'm with Vegas on this one. I think next week we're going to get more pop on it. I think we're going to go ahead and get that bounce up. We did have a little golden cross today, and it did come up a little bit on that golden cross, and we were getting excited. And also, I have a way of trading. It's called my extended trendline patterns, and I use from the breakout that we had when the IPO opened. I was drawing trend lines all the way up on that run. So I'm using them same exact trend lines on the pullback for my supports and my resistances. And I just want to kind of let people know that's how I trade. And I'll sit here all day long and just kind of draw a new trend line in there if I see one. But I think it's consolidating real well here. The volume and the buys are coming in are just beautiful. And I'm bag holding it and I'm in long on it for a year at least. Okay, that's NIO.
Okay. And the last one really is Avon Products. Still holding this one. Very pleased on the performance on the stock. Really slow. They did have news today as well that they have announced that Jonacharya Chakraborty has been appointed as the general manager in India, effective immediately. He will report into a global VP of the Asia market. And basically, this just reconfirms Avon's strategy to drive growth and to also seize opportunities from a financial perspective in India. So this is going to be really, really good. The gentleman that joined them recently does come from another organization that was involved in direct selling and previously also worked at Herbalife. So I think he'll be a phenomenal addition to Avon. And also, there's the rumor still that Avon's in talks to other potential natural cosmetics companies. So we don't know what's going on with that, but looks to me that talks are talks and it's just a rumor. But even if that's the case, at this time, Avon is showing that it has some strength. I mean, this was trading below $2 not too long ago, and it's been holding up and moving slow since last week. So, I have a swing position on the stock, and the stock went as high as 243, and after hours, it's around 235. And the option calls on this as well are doing very well. Option calls were bought at 25 cents a couple weeks back, based on speculation that the stock could go into $2 land, which it did. And the expiry date is October 19th. And now those are going for 45 cents. So those are almost up 100%. And they were really, at the time when they were purchased, they were just like lotto plays, just buy 3 or 4, invest $100, start small with option trades. And then when they're that cheap, you can afford to, buy a few more than you would and then see what happens. So a small investment, even $25 as one option contract, would have resulted in almost a 100% return on your $25. Not bad for, having an option contract for such a short time. And not only that, but I mean, where would you get $25 back if you deposit $25 in your bank? You would never get that even after 12 months. So knowing that you could make this kind of money on a potential options play is pretty good.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Do you know how many people live in India?
No, how many?
1.5 billion.
Well, there you go.
Can you
Well,
imagine
you
how
know
many
what?
ladies live in? I bet you at
Well, you
least
know what?
50% of them are ladies.
Well, you know what? They definitely would love Avon, and Avon trying to expand to more on the so they are definitely looking to expand their e-com platform because, as you guys know, Avon's been very big based on the door-to-door relationship setup, and now they're really trying to go on the e-com setup. So even though people are used to dealing with their rep, you could still order online from your rep rather than having to, go through your rep directly. So this will be, they're going to change the way they're doing business, which is actually good because it's about time.
Yep.
I'm really surprised that they haven't done this sooner. And you know what? This company makes a lot of money. So even though people think, oh, Avon products, it's so cheap, or, it's not, the prices of their stuff is just not in comparison to like other products like MAC Cosmetics or other cosmetics like Kylie, that doesn't matter. The company still makes good money. They make billions of dollars. So, they have a good chance here to hopefully turn this company even become more profitable. And who knows if there'll be a future partnership or expansion or some sort of, a future for Avon. So we'll wait and see. I mean, hey, time will tell, right? Right
Yep.
now we're just here playing the action based on rumors, but so far the trades are working out in our favor.
Well, the year high on it's $2.99. So I got in this trade 4 or 5 months ago, and it was one of my ones that dropped on me and failed. So I held on to it. I mean, went down to 138, and then created a little bottom down there, and then from then on, it just started taking off. And news started coming out, insider buying, and so yeah. So Avon, we're
Yeah, I
halfway
mean
there.
the
We're
only insider buying really that there was, I mean, there was the last time there was insider buying was back, two major purchases back in August, and both from the director, right?
Yeah, and I
At
thought there was some back out in May, April too, or something. Some investor got in there. People were
In
getting in.
May there was a purchase from the CEO, and
Yeah,
he bought the shares at 193, and
exactly.
he
That's the
bought
one I'm thinking of.
250,000 shares. Yeah, yeah. So,
And that was
Avon, we'll see
before
what
that was
happens.
before it dipped too. So
Yes. Yeah.
okay, well,
Well, I think that's all we're going to talk about for today. And just based on stuff that we traded and things that we were looking at. So we thank everyone for tuning in, and we hope to talk to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.
that's right. Vegas and I've been trading for a year together, and we've really got a pretty good thing going on when it comes to day
Oh, it's
trading.
been longer than a year now.
Has it?
It sure has. I
And I
don't
forgot
think
to
you're
send you
keeping track.
flowers.
You're not keeping track of time.
Yeah, time. I don't even have a watch.
Do you know what? I don't even wear a watch either.
That's because I got a cell phone.
They say and they actually say you should never buy someone a watch because when you do that, their time is up.
Oh,
So if you're listening out there, don't buy anyone a watch.
I remember that. Well, we're
Okay.
we're going to say goodbye, and we're going to keep doing these market updates, and we got a lot more new things coming out here in a little while. We'll talk about later, and you can follow me on my stock twits. We got a little link down there, my Twitter, and later on we're going to talk about where we're talking, where our room is, and how where we chat at, and you can monitor us at least 8 hours a day or more in and out. So I want to wish everybody a good day. Keep it fresh, keep it simple, and keep happy. And this is Wash. People call me Washboard Jim, and people call Vegas Vegas. And have a good day.